We interact with many people every day: customers, co-workers, suppliers. In fact, much of our company's success depends on our ability to effectively communicate. There are 4 components to getting hired: resume, personality, discipline, and adaptability. These 4 components are your brand. We are hoping during the interview the brand doesn't include this persona.
This can't be done.
It is short-sighted thinking and suggests lack of effort and indifference.
That's not my problem.
Though not completely true, it lacks initiative.
That's not my job.
It never looks good to do only the bare minimum. Don't be offended, be obliging. Be thankful someone trusts you to do a good job.
Don't tell anyone I said this, but...
It shows that you gossip. If it's a secret, don't repeat it. Generally, a sigh means you're annoyed, but too afraid to say it.
I got so trashed last night.
You're expressing not every day will be productive. We have found that successful people have positive attitudes. They know their thoughts, actions, and behaviors really matter and impact their lives and others, especially at work.
You have great power over what you choose to believe. A belief is something you perceive to be true, but your beliefs may not always reflect the truth. Truth is fact, is neutral, and is without feeling. It simply is. As beliefs may stem from incorrect information, you can always change your beliefs through education and experience. It is easier to have the right attitude with the right knowledge.
All workplaces have their own set of problems and conflicts. How to reduce them begins with the question, how can a company ensure an employee is safe and comfortable? The average worker sends and receives 52 phone messages, 36 emails, 36 pieces of mail, 14 faxes, and 8-pager messages per day. So it's important each workstation is ergonomically comfortable. From the chair, to the computer monitor, to the keyboard, from the lighting, to the sound level, to the room temperature. All impact the safety and comfort of the employee. Of course, classes and films on safety are shown often with written follow-up. Words. The importance of words is grossly underrated. Words can inform, they can reassure, and they can hurt. To be effective in business, we encourage our staff to pay close attention to the words they use. Over the years, I have replaced non-productive words from my lexicon. The word try lacks confidence and commitment. So I replaced try with do. I can't prevents me from exploring do. Instead of I can't, I say I will or I commit. The word if is all right for hypothetical, but it's too conditional. Instead of if, I get more done with when. Luck removes my ability to have a direct role in success. Now, not everything may come to fruition, but nothing should ever stop me from pursuing my goals. I replaced luck with effort and skill. The word fair. First, the world doesn't owe me anything. I make of it what I will. Second, fairness is subjective. Things happen, fortunate and unfortunate. What helps me is to be open to patience, preference, and compromise. Those words give me perspective. Mindset. It has been proven that a successful mindset is needed before you can achieve a major breakthrough in business. To allow yourself to see reason, ask yourself if you are aware of what you are thinking. Do you analyze why you do what you do? Do you question your motives? It is very healthy to have a discussion with yourself before talking with someone else. Habits. In our organization, we address many topics other companies tend to avoid. For example, knowing good habits from bad habits. Considering we need a clean, safe, pleasant, and productive environment, we found that bad habits create stress, reduce efficiency, affect health, and distract teams. This is what we've learned from our previous jobs. Though what is annoying to one may be endearing to another, our basic rule is, annoying is personal, so find a way to refocus and let be. But a distraction that can adversely affect business can cause costly mistakes. What supports our employees to concentrate supports company well-being.
Allow yourself opportunities to think differently. It's okay to challenge conventional wisdom. Some people have an all-or-nothing approach to life, whereby everything is seen as black and white. Some people overgeneralize and hold large groups of people and events in a negative light. Some people jump to conclusions without acquiring all the facts. Some people insist everyone reacts negatively to them without ever verifying the truth. Some people assume their negative emotions reflect the way things really are. Some people personalize everything as if they are the cause of an event. Their lives can be exhausting. It takes a lot of energy to look at life through these prisms. And if thoughts you hold true influence the things you do, this might be a good time to question your attitudes and beliefs. Do they bring you happiness and prosperity, or are you just comfortable with what you know? Working on yourself is always a worthwhile investment. So if you question your beliefs and thoughts, actions may change. Moments happen, one after another. Often, we react to each moment. And in that moment, we may be controlling, blaming, avoiding, pleasing, resenting, regretting, which in turn influences our thoughts, words, and actions. To know your beliefs, take a look at what you do, how you treat yourself, and how you treat others. To believe in something is not the same as knowing something, so question earlier judgments or assumptions. What do you believe, and why do you believe it? What was the moment you believed it? Can you find scientific proof to support your belief? Then ask yourself, do you want to be enlightened by facts or disenchanted by lies? Do you want to solve the problem or blame someone else? Is your belief challenged by fact, or is everything set in stone? You cannot change your perspectives until you change your beliefs. So here is a valuable, easy process to challenge your beliefs. What was the situation? What happened? What were your thoughts? What did you think after it happened? What were your emotions? What negative emotions did you feel? What were your beliefs? What did you believe about yourself or another after it was over? Information is available to you. Are you open to verifying the information? It is possible to prove almost anything if you research it with a subjective eye. Once you determine something to be false, change it. And the more you learn, the better you become at learning. Acquiring skills and becoming proficient takes practice. It seems the curious tend to thrive on learning new things. Optimism can be learned. Look at problems as an opportunity to grow and improve. And imagine what experiences you might be missing if negative beliefs control your actions. Knowing yourself better will help you be understanding and empathetic to others. Mindset is a choice. Though it is good to look forward, one can learn from looking back. Before moving on, let's review.
The foundation generally begins with brick and mortar and a blueprint. The company is an entity. A mission statement lists the goals of the company. An organization chart shows the lines of authority. A job description provides the title and goal of the position and its responsibilities. Everyone here is important and an integral part of the system. The employee manual contains rules, policies, behaviors, and benefits. Policies identify company rules. Procedures identify specific actions. A floor chart shows the names and titles of staff members, storage rooms, meeting rooms, restrooms, break areas, as well as safety and evacuation information. The company offers opportunity to learn, structure for safety and compliance, training for proficiency and consistency, and procedures for sustainability and uniformity. Before someone applies for a job, we would hope the worker can abide by company rules. The worker can easily follow directions. The worker can share materials and insights. The worker can see things from the perspective of another. The worker considers everyone equal and deserves respect. The worker at their core is truthful, dependable, and pleasant. We are not looking for perfection. We are looking for awareness, reliability, and positivity. We certainly have an interest in hiring the right candidate. We have found that successful people have positive attitudes. They know their thoughts, actions, and behaviors really matter and impact their lives and others, especially at work. Of course, classes and films on safety are shown often with written follow-up.
So why is it so important to know this? Perhaps it is to avoid this.
Poor behavior. Employees with poor behavior spread their cancer through anger, rudeness, manipulation, backstabbing, alienation, accidents, and altercations. Toxic behaviors make it almost impossible to build teamwork. Instead of unite, they divide. Even exemplary employees can be pushed to erratic behavior if they perceive a coworker has treated them in an unjust or disrespectful manner. The poisoned well may trigger theft, vandalism, outbursts, cyber loafing, negative performance, unsafe behavior, and a total disregard for company wellness. But lurking in the undercurrent could be problems even more severe, if not dangerous. A poorly managed company is ripe for sexual harassment, racism, discrimination, bullying, and violence. These behaviors are not only inhumane, but illegal. Either the work structure is a finely tuned machine, or it is a bunch of loose gears held together by tape. That's why smart companies document their standards and procedures in writing, and provide extensive training in civil behavior, teamwork, and conflict resolution. In short, good old-fashioned lead by example. Only if we didn't learn from the past could the past be prologue. That's why there are non-negotiable rules and regulations. Either by law or result of practice, a rule or regulation was deemed necessary to ensure fairness and safety for all. With all this said, we have compassion for those who have serious problems or life difficulties. But there is not much we can do until they admit they need help and take measures to get it. But poor behavior will not be tolerated here. Either the ethical climate has zero tolerance for harmful words and actions, or it becomes a haven for deviant behavior. But at no time can we ever allow the undercurrent to flourish. Our company is designed to be a safe, pleasant work environment that is organized and engineered for growth and prosperity. All of this training is to ensure we are all on the same page, which is to please the customer.
The one attitude that must be examined by everyone is high maintenance. They require constant attention and approval. Every conversation has to be about them. And when they're not in the spotlight, their drama becomes moody, threatening, or even louder. They personalize everything and are quickly offended. Let's take a look and see if you have any of these traits. You refuse to work with certain coworkers. You are inflexible. You constantly complain about working conditions. You create scenes and perform dramas every day. You are always losing or misplacing things. You are always late.
High maintenance is rarely a skill sought by employers. Office politics. All of the managers here have learned from poor management. We have learned that to make your life more comfortable, we must make every effort to minimize unnecessary stress at work. We've observed that office politics create a mental and emotional strain, and dramas are more likely to surface in a dysfunctional environment. This is why we invest time and money in teaching everyone how to deal with conflict and change. Being negative is a choice and consumes time and energy. We would rather have our staff be motivated and driven by curiosity than by fear.
A clash of personalities will often lead to conflict. In fact, 60 to 80% of all difficulties in the workplace are not from workload, but from strained relationships. And most of it is preventable if people examine their beliefs and adjust their attitudes. To minimize, if not eliminate, mental and emotional strain, here are a few tips on avoiding office politics. Follow the rules and regulations. Let your work and your work ethic speak for itself. Promote your talents, but never at the expense of others. Be positive and adaptive. Never make it personal. Facilitate conflict resolution.
Conflict resolution? Sometimes I need conflict resolution just to handle myself. Something happens and all of a sudden I'm in a bad mood. But when you're at work, you quickly have to get to the root of what's bothering you. It shows everyone that you have the tools to process, change, and move on. I've learned to always work on the issue, not the person. If someone verbally attacks me, it is something within them, not with me. It is really helpful to allow that person to release their frustration by active listening, then acknowledging what I heard. I have found that by not reacting to criticism with emotion and not editorializing on the drama, the situation is resolved faster. I always reframe the personal attacks on the actual problem. I want to show I'm a team player and not the enemy. Listen without interrupting. See their point of view and show you are open to their perspective. Even if you don't like their actions, be respectful of the other person. It makes a difference. So what happens when a talented person is hired, but we soon find their attitude is in need of refining and improvement? We have learned to set boundaries so they know how far or how little they can go with the staff. We offer them tools so they can help themselves. In this day and age, it is important for organizations to customize training, incentives, and work responsibilities. Some work well alone, while others work better together. One size does not fit all. An ambitious employee knows that learning business skills leads to economic prosperity. A practical employee accepts every opportunity to demonstrate their talent and worth. A sensitive employee is respectful of other people's privacy, their physical space and belongings, and respect different points of view, philosophies, lifestyle, gender, sexual orientation, ethnic origin, physical ability, education, and personality. And perhaps the most powerful skill an employee can possess, especially in times of difficulty, is the ability to ask themselves, what can I learn from this challenge? What positive can come from this particular situation? All of this training serves our co-workers and managers, and quite frankly, the reason we exist, the customer. Our goal is twofold. One, we want a strong and reliable foundation. Two, we want to be attractive and accessible to customers. Customers and clients are attracted to those with attractive attitudes. In this competitive world, it is difficult to acquire a customer and even easier to lose them. Every person in our company is either directly or indirectly serving the needs of the customer. And the customer is the link to our profits and your employment. We should treat them as we treat ourselves, with kindness, patience, and respect. Whether online or in-store, customers want fast, friendly service and a convenient shopping experience. Customers expect accuracy, honesty, and empathy, for earning trust is always vital. They want you to listen and be responsive to them, understand what they want, anticipate their needs. Using hard sell tactics, manipulation, or robotic script can be insulting, time-consuming, and conveys desperation, inflexibility, and force. Keep in mind, the customer can go anywhere to shop. If our prices are high, standards are low, and service is poor, customers will not purchase our product or service, and may even learn to live without our product or service. People do not like to be taken advantage of or made to look stupid. Customers and clients are people. They fuel our company to expand and flourish, and they ensure your compensation. Companies that put their employees first are usually the most successful in reaching their long-term goals. And people who find fulfillment in whatever they do make the work environment a pleasant and fun place to be. But, as you can see, training helps. It benefits everyone, and a great team makes it possible to achieve extraordinary objectives.
Remember, what we bring to work, others take away. So let's commit to being aware and accountable of what we say and what we do. It's the same planet, but with a new mindset. And that makes all the difference.